This radio is powered by Streamlion, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamlion.com for more.
Like confetti in a windstorm.
Welcome to Story to Screen here on KPEO World Community Radio, where we're rocking the film world each week on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go online, download the app, and listen in weekly with new guests and music, or catch the replay on wearestarfish.org. This is Story to Screen, and I'm your host, Erik Krefeld. Let's dive in.
On the boulevard, not turn back. It's my parade.
Hey guys, Erik here with Story to Screen. I've got Kevin Smith here tonight. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag early. This guy is my cousin. He's been my cousin, well, forever.
Right.
So I've known him a really long time. He's always been an incredible musician and just a really good guy. Kevin, tell us a little bit about who you are. We've got Prana Songbird here tonight because it is March.
Very nice. Hi guys. Good to see you both, even if it's just through the internet. I'm Kevin Smith. I go by Kevin M. Smith because there's there's a famous Kevin Smith that people mix me up with. And so, the guy from Clerks. Anyway, but Kevin M. Smith kind of delineates me from being him. So I'm not the famous guy. I'm a musician that I lived in Michigan most of my life. Grew up on the lake, and I moved to Nashville in 1999. And Erik, I just lost your picture. I'll just keep talking. And I play music in the Nashville area. I do original stuff. I also do cover songs in the bar scene. I do live bands. I play acoustically with a guitar in my voice. So those are some of the things I do to make a living down here.
So a question for you, and then I'm gonna let Prana, drill away at you. So Nashville, man, that is a tough scene. What made you pick Nashville?
Back in the late 1999, I was playing on the road, just doing like the Midwest, back when line dancing was huge, and I was playing in a cover band, playing country 5-6 nights a week, living in a bus. And I was gonna make my move, and I thought, well, if I go back to Flint, Michigan, where there's not as much work for musicians, I may have a tougher time, even though my family and friends were all there. I thought, well, I'll go somewhere where there's music, and Nashville was kind of the logical choice. So I took my tax return, and I took my pickup truck, and I just drove down here. I got an apartment and a job within a week, and I thought, well, I'm going to stay. So that was the first step, being down here. Yes, there are millions of amazing musicians, and that's something that I had to get over after seeing everybody play and go, wow, can I even do this? It's, I came here and I was like, I'm just going to do what I do, and that's the way it's going to go forward. So,
well, it sounds like, right off the bat, you had a song going. I left with my tax return and my pickup truck. It sounds like a song for Nashville, right?
Exactly. Yep, exactly. Only thing I'm missing was a dog. My dog ran away. But yeah, other than that, yes.
Yeah, a dog and a broken heart.
You were on the right track.
Yes,
Right.
right.
And in a lot of worlds, that would be moxie, man. There's some other words I could use for it, but I'm gonna go with moxie.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. How has it been rolling for you? You've been in there for a while now. You're obviously still doing what you're doing, so you're doing something right.
I've been kind of a vagabond ever since that basic period. After I got out of the Navy in 1985, been bouncing around and playing music and doing day jobs and working in music stores to start with. But the last 10 years, I had a small business online selling guitar parts. And I've always played music the last 40 years as far as cover bands on weekends. I didn't start writing songs till about 5 years ago. I've always written bits and pieces, but never put them together. And at some point, I just started to write songs and write chord progressions with them. and decided to start recording them. So I have a studio here on my boat that I record, and I produce all my own stuff. Working with working bands, playing cover songs on weekends.
Did I just hear you say you're on a boat? You live on a boat?
I'm on a house. Yeah, this is my houseboat. It's the Mariana. That's my mom's name.
Huh?
Yeah, I live on a houseboat. Yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, that's kind of like been a little secret like fantasy of mine to just like live on a houseboat, except for the fact that I have a slight fear of the water.
Yeah.
This is why it's never become a reality. But I always thought houseboats were so cool. So yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure I was hearing that right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Sorry, I can ramble on. I've been living on this houseboat for 5 years, and
Nice.
this is where I kind of started to write music and record it. So maybe it inspired me to do that. The first one I did was it was a St. Jude's kind of a fundraiser for St. Jude's Hospital, the Children's Hospital, which is probably one of my favorite charities ever. And we did that here, and we sat on the front of the boat, had a phone out there, and did a live stream kind of a thing, and all the proceeds went to St. Jude's. So I love doing stuff like that. Yes. And just to bring any listeners up to date, she passed away in 2018. So, I miss her dearly. As everybody's, if you have a mother, they definitely will inspire you to higher levels. One of my songs that I did write was a dedication to her called Mom's Key. After she had died, I thought, well, I'm writing songs. I want to write a song dedicated to her. And I didn't have any ideas where I was going to find the inspiration. But I was at the post office one day, and I got a package from my sister. And I went to open the package, and I grabbed my car keys, ripped the tape, and Mom's house key was on there. I thought, Mom's Key. And from then on, that's where the song came from. So.
Grabbed my key ring, started the Chevy. When I saw a reminder, my heart grew heavy. Mom's key on the ring, still there. She's been gone for years, but I still have the spare. Mom's key on the key ring still waits. Her love made a small boy feel safe. Mom's key opens so many locks. Her memory is never lost. The house has been sold, photos in a box. A key no longer needed to open the front door lock. Possessions I still have live inside of me. The gift she gave doesn't require a key. It opened a home, but you left me so much more. Mom's key, I'll leave it on the ring as a reminder of a love everlasting. Love everlasting. Oh, never ending.
Welcome back to Story to Screen. I am your host, Prana Songbird, and my co-host, Erik Krefeld, is here, obviously, and our special guest, Kevin M. Smith. Kevin, beautiful song. I love that you wrote that for your mother, that you were able to channel what you were feeling and make a song for her, inspired by her after her passing. One of the things that we're working on with We Are Starfish is helping kids to deal with their trauma, most likely the loss of family because they are in the foster care system, and helping to work through what they've been going through and what they will be going through music, through art, through whatever inspires them, whatever gets them opening up. And so you were a perfect example of somebody who has done that with music inspiring you to create something for a lost love. In this case, it was your mom. So is there anything else you got for us that is similar along that same line?
Sure. One of the first songs I wrote when I started to actually put songs together and write and record was a song called Searchin'. It's basically, you find the journey to find yourself. It's not the destination, it's the journey that's the important thing. Even though the destination can be important. So it's just, a bunch of metaphors in a song about searching for yourself. And, that would be the first song that I would suggest.
I've been searching. Look around, what do you see? An untraveled road in front of me. Looking for markers, looking for signs. There are no rest stops, traveling blind. Maybe someday, before I get dead, I'll shut up the demons inside my head. And not all that wonder, I'm really lost. The destination ain't the key, the journey is inside of me. I've been searching. I've been searching. Baby, someday before I get dead, I'll shut up the I've been searching. I've been searching. Been walking around all this time. A traveling blind. Saying goodbye. Not looking back behind. I'll say goodnight as I close my eyes. But in walk the demons. They come in, they welcome themselves. Now they're here to stay forever and a day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Story to Screen with myself, Prana Songbird, Erik Krefeld, and our guest today, Kevin M. Smith. Kevin, the song Searchin'. You said that was one of the first ones you started writing once you started writing. So was were you searching for something? And like, what inspired the whole song for you? Like, was it just the getting started? Like, is Searchin' inspired by your own journey to start songwriting? I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
It was a self-perpetuating kind of a thing where, the search for inner things like inner peace, where am I going to be in another year? All those things did culminate in this song. I like to leave some interpretation up for the listener, so I don't like to explain too much, but there's you can take a lot of things away from the things I write. I would say that one of my main themes is writing a story that you're unsure where you're going, but there's always a bridge somewhere or the storyline that ends up where things have turned around and the positive kind of shows up in your face, and it's your journey has been worthwhile. So my music, I try and do that in some of my music to make the story a happy ending. Whether it's, completely happy or just some kind of inner peace found. I know it sounds, kind of cliche, but some of my songs kind of go there. So I like that theme, having a resolution at the end of the song.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the cliche. Obviously, they still work, or, there wouldn't be all the rom-coms out there on all the romantic stations. I'm not going to name names, but one of them starts with an A, if you get my drift. So cliches are always a bad thing, and it's okay to be a romantic at heart in real life.
Well,
True.
and with that
True.
song Searchin', obviously it beckons to the idea that everybody out here is searching. Everybody's searching for something. They're all trying to grab a hold of who they are, what they're here for, what they're supposed to be learning and doing. And, part of the people that we serve with wearestarfish.org is that community of people that have suffered from childhood trauma. And those are the people that we're trying to connect with, people like you, Kevin, people that write music, people that have used that creative process to heal from something. And so, I tried to, get you to think about it a little bit. And at some point in time, there's going to be some young person that I run into or Prana runs into or someone on the board or, just people that work inside of Starfish. There's going to be a young person that we run into. That person is going to have been through something. They're going to be looking for an outlet for it. And I would love to be able to put them in touch with you and be like, hey, man, you need to meet with Kevin. You need to talk to Kevin. Maybe he can help you work through this, musically.
Certainly. Totally. Not a problem. There is one song on my latest full album, Old Gray Wolf. That's the name of the album. A song called You Made It This Far. It basically, the message of the song is, you've been working, it's an uphill battle. You made it this far, you're going to keep going. And I think that's a really good message to part on as far as, it's a pretty inspirational song. And that's one of my latest songs on that album. So I say that's a good one.
I couldn't stop without knowing what the future holds. Despite what you've been told, you can stop and think again, but the ice is getting thin. Keep moving, take a chance again. Embrace the life you're in. No matter where you are, you made it this far. Waiting there, leave behind your sad despair. A long journey, a single step. Times are hard, outrun regret. Not every battle a victory. Stand and fight another day free. Don't sit and count your scars. You made it this far. Keep reaching for that star. You made it this far. You made it this far. Don't stop now. If you do, you'll fade away. Keep moving on. Please like the sun. No matter where you are, you made it this far. Keep reaching for that star. You made it this far. Life's crazy and bizarre, yeah, but you made it this far. You made it this far. You made it.
And, you know, do me a favor one last time, give everybody a shout out for how to find you real quickly.
Sure. My website is kmsmusic.com. That's KMS Music with a Z. It's easy to remember, kmsmusic.com. You can also find Kevin M. Smith on anywhere from YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. You can order 2 of my albums on there and all the singles that I put out. So Kevin M. Smith is what you want to look for, though.
This radio is powered by Streamline, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamline.com for more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Story to Screen. I'm your host, Prana Songbird, today. Today, I will be going solo hosting. Our friend Erik Krefeld will not be available right now, and that is okay because it is March and it is Women's History Month. So today it's going to be just the girls, and I've got Robbie J. Atkinson with me today, and she is an amazing woman. You are going to be so excited once you hear all of the cool things that she is involved in, and I am really glad that I get to be the one to introduce you to her. So, Robbie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I was so blessed to meet you at a premiere of another of a filming in Atlanta, in the Atlanta area. And when I saw you, I was just like, just looking at you, I was like, wow, this woman is a somebody, just the stature. You're so cool. And then when I got to speak with you, once again, like, just really chill. And you're a director, you are a writer, you run a nonprofit. Like, what can't you do?
Tap
It might be easier to go with the what can't versus the what can, because I have a feeling it's a list. It's a long list. So
Thank you.
tell me, I think I want to know first about your writing. I have inside information that you are writing a manga, and I love manga. Tell us about it, please.
Yes, yes. So my manga is named The Seventh Kingdom. Japanese title is Fukushu no Okoku, which actually translates to something completely different, Kingdom of Revenge.
Wow. Do you speak Japanese?
Yes, I do. By default, I had to learn. I have a relative who lives in Japan, so I go there. I've been there like 6 times now. So yes.
Wow. Okay, so when I'm ready to go, which I do want to, you're the one I'm going to call, just so you know.
Let me know. Let me know, and we'll make it happen.
All right. So I am going to butcher the Japanese title. Let me hear you say that again because it sounded beautiful.
So Fukushu no Okoku.
Okay. Tell us about it.
So in essence, this is a unique sci-fi adventure, action adventure. Really, it's shonen, but it's a female-led shonen, and it is about a sheltered young woman who embarks on a deadly journey of revenge as she learns about her family's history. And this is all triggered by the attack of her village and the murder of her father. So this whole entire manga series, really, it's cyberpunk, and I don't just focus on the cyberpunk. There are other elements as well. And the character and a lot of things about this world are inspired by actual real world things. So for example, there are cities that are inspired by the ice city of Harbin, China. The main character, Claire Belkeda's clothing, her original clothing before she gets like a makeover, is based on the Walega Oromo people of Ethiopia. There are people whose clothing is inspired by like the Chinese Hanfu in certain areas. Every kingdom has a different aesthetic, a different culture. And our character comes face to face with new information about the Seventh Kingdom, her family history, and kind of just her journey along the way. So, yes.
Wow. Okay. I'm when can I see this? Because I'm in.
Thank
You
you.
had me at manga. So
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so that is something we are working on. We're working on releasing around spring. My company, Our Peaks Media Production, is doing this in collaboration with an independent manga studio named Tagline 9, which was founded by an illustrator named Walla. And Walla is actually an editor for one of like the largest Japanese publishers in Tokyo. Most people know them because they're behind One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, a number of brands like that. So I'm looking forward to it. And so keep your eyes on the horizon for spring this year.
spring of this year. Wow, you are moving.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you can show us, like maybe sample sketches or?
Yes, I do. Actually, we have some panels that have been inked so far because what we're doing is so right now it's actually available for pre-order. So anyone who's interested can actually just find us on Apple Books, Rakuten, Kobo. It's going to be on Amazon. It's going to be on Bookwalker. I think we may even put it on Webtoons, but we do have what I call the sneak a peek edition. So this is really a collector's item for those who are not quite sure if they really want to read the whole chapter. They get to see a chapter preview. Chapter preview has like up until like a certain point, you get a feel for the story, the characters, the illustration style, and it has a whole separate cover art. So for our fans out there, they're going to make it a point to want to have the original full chapter and the sneak peek edition, which will kind of coincide and make hints towards each other. So yes.
Ah, nice. Very nice. All right. Wow. Like I said, you had me at manga. So I am so excited for you. So excited for this. This is going to be huge. Wow. I want it now, man. I want it now because I just know that you're going to deliver something spectacular. What else have you got for us today? I know. Oh, actually, hey, we've got to take a quick break. And when we come back, Miss Robbie J. Atkinson is going to tell us about some of her filming. So stay tuned.
This radio is powered by Streamlion, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamlion.com for more.
Welcome back, everyone. Prana Songbird here with our guest, Robbie J. Atkinson. And she was telling me about her film, Kalimba. And this is on the festival circuit right now, correct?
Correct.
All right. Tell our guests a little bit about Kalimba.
So Kalimba is a project that is very dear to my heart because it is something that I actually co-wrote with my late father. We had once talked about the concept of creating a psychological horror film that dabbles in the paranormal, dabbles in being a thriller, centered on sleep paralysis. And yes, and so
I mean, I don't know if I've ever heard of a mom and dad, or not a father-daughter team that will tackle such like hardcore storytelling. That's I can't even watch a horror film with my dad. You know, he wants to cover my eyes, and you're over here writing one with yours. That's awesome.
Thank you. No, I mean, we were very much inspired by the style of like The Conjuring, and so we went back and forth. And even when he was overseas, I remember flying over and actually writing with him and kind of just going back and forth. And then I came back and we still were revising. And like right before he passed, we were talking on the phone, and he said to me, "This is going to be your project. So I want you to work on it until you're happy with it." And so when he passed, I took some time and then I dove back into it. And actually, so this is actually a feature film script that has been written. And I took a segment of the feature film script itself and then made that into a short and have put that out there. And I mean, the end result was phenomenal. I wanted to find something that touches on the paranormal, shows you the drama in the familial relationships, and also dives into the character and her fears. And one review that we got that was 5 stars from UK Film Reviews said that, or it was what was it? Film Inquiry said that what works about the film is that it plays on the fears that you have. So at any moment, you're just afraid that something will pop out from the dark space. I very much play on the typical conventions, but this is a short. The general synopsis is a young woman essentially seeks additional answers as she struggles with a sleep paralysis demon. And I mean, we've gotten a lot of good reviews about it so far, so I'm excited to see where it goes in the film festival circuit.
All right, well, let's take a look at a little snippet of Kalimba. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one. But welcome back, everyone. That was our little sneak peek for you of Kalimba that is on the festival circuit right now. And yeah, I would probably be closing my eyes through most of it. I love it and I hate it. I love and I hate scary movies. I don't like being scared, but for some reason, I want to watch. I gotta know what happens. I gotta know,
Mhm.
and but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be looking around the corner, and afraid to open the cabinets and things, looking in the dark corners of the house all the time. But
That's the
so
thrill of a horror movie, though, like you like that being drawn in and then that bam, and it's even
yeah,
better when you don't see it coming, like a roller coaster.
yes,
It's you
yes.
never see it coming, right?
And why are people like that? Why do we like that adrenaline rush?
Mm.
Why? I wonder. Because we all do in some way or another. And with movies though, the thing that's really crazy about movies is, especially now, so many people are always streaming them. It used to be you went to the movie theater, and you sat there and with a bunch of other strangers and you got the daylight scared out of you for a good, hour and a half or so. And then you left. You left the theater, and if you were smart, you went during the day so that you would walk to your car feeling pretty confident, and
Uh-huh.
that. But now, you're streaming things on your phone, wherever you are in your house, and like having that like right in your house all the time. Now all of a sudden you watch, if you're watching a scary movie in the dark of your house, woo,
Yeah.
so but we do it. We watch it all the time. And so, like, what got you into this genre?
Mm.
Was it your dad?
No. Okay. So this is an interesting story. There are many, many different points to this. I'll focus on about like two or three. So, um, the first point is that for me, because of the nature of the work I had done before with RPX, we'd done a lot of like small business interviews. We've done music videos. I also worked in the K-pop industry. I used to do videography for K-pop idols. I worked with groups like Mont. I worked with groups like TAN, Must Be, Oh My Girl, Doki, BY, you name it. But when I decided I wanted to venture away from that, I wanted something that really challenged me to be experimental and creative, but also still explore storytelling and also play with creative lighting. And I think that the horror genre allowed that. I think from a financial standpoint, when you look at the numbers and the research on horror films, they're the only genre that very rarely flop. They typically always break even, and historically they'll have a very small budget. Think of Blair Witch Project, and then they can like take off,
Yeah.
right? So that was one point of it. But what actually really got me into it really was I actually had an aunt. She's going to laugh when she sees this. But so I have an aunt who was about 10 years older than me. So when I was a little kid, she was a teenager. This
Hmm.
means that when in the early 2000s, getting off from the 90s, when Chucky and Freddy Krueger and things like that were very popular, she used to have me in her room at night sitting on the edge of the bed, and there was always a little bit of space between the mattress and the bedboard, and she would of course sit all the way behind me, right, dark room, and she'd have me watching Chucky or Freddy Krueger or something, and right before a horrible scare comes, she'd like creep off the bed, crawl underneath the bed, and reach out from that space between the mattress and the bedboard and grab me and roar right when the jump scare would happen in the movie. And I like to think all of the cousins got this honorary experience, all of them, so all of her nieces and nephews experienced this. And I like to say that actually traumatized us so much that it made us like horror films. So
Wow. That's a special auntie there. That is family. Oh my gosh. I had a cousin that she loved horror films, and she was like that, where she liked to jump out and scare people, at the slumber parties. So she wasn't that much older than me, so I got to go to her slumber parties. But she knew that I was terrified of them, and she was so sweet. She never teased me about it.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I couldn't even, because I was a kid, I couldn't even watch the Chucky and Freddy Krueger commercials. I was such a big baby, and so she knew it. And I'd go to the slumber parties, and then she's like, "All right, don't worry, I'm not going to do this to you, but I'm going to go and get so and so." And I'm like, "Okay, can I help?" Like, I was all into like to go after somebody, but I
You're
didn't
an
want to be on.
instigator. You're stirring the pot.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like her little henchman or something. Like, she's like, "Okay, this is what I want you to do," and I'm like, "Okay, guys, let's do it."
Well, look, better to be the one scaring people than to be on the receiving end of that, right?
Exactly. That was me. And then then later on it was the don't dish it out if you can't take it. So then I quickly stopped scaring people. Like, I don't like being scared.
This is fair. This is fair.
Yeah.
Let's see though.
So, oh man, that let's take a quick break, everybody, and we'll come back with Robbie J. Atkinson for a little bit more.
Hey there, change makers. Imagine a world where every small act creates a ripple of impact. At wearestarfish.org, we're turning dreams of a better tomorrow into reality. Join our global community of starfish where every person like you is a catalyst for positive change. Whether it's empowering education, environmental stewardship, or supporting local communities, we believe in the power of every individual to make a difference. Visit wearestarfish.org today and discover how you can be a part of the wave of change. Wearestarfish.org, because each one matters.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Story to Screen with me, Prana Songbird, today, flying solo, and our special guest, Miss Robbie J. Atkinson. I told you all, Robbie is an amazing woman. She has several laundry lists of talents that she possesses, and I wish that we just could talk to her and with her for hours, because you're awesome. Robbie, I don't even know what else to say. You are amazing, and I'm so glad, again, thank you that you did this with us today. Before we let you go, I want to discuss your nonprofit. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So my nonprofit, the full name of it is actually the Foundation for Interethnic Restoration. That's a mouthful. No one's going to say all of that. So we just shortened it to FIRE. FIER. Say it again.
I said, I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. We try to keep it snazzy. But so my nonprofit essentially is dedicated to raising awareness about racial literacy and social healing through art, using art as a medium for these important conversations. And we were founded around June of 2020, following the demise of like George Floyd and the xenophobia from the COVID-19 pandemic, and seeing a lot of the tension, social tension that was present in society. I felt that we needed a medium for communities to come together and talk and understand each other and express their feelings, their lived experience, and really meet each other in the middle. And I saw that was happening online, but it took the place of it took the form of people bantering, arguing back and forth, people gaslighting each other. And I felt that was not productive. So I wanted something that brought people together, as Bob Marley said, and this is perfectly appropriate because my family is Jamaican, right? So Bob Marley said that the thing with music is when it hits, you feel no pain. And that is so true of art. Art has the ability, and it has always had the ability to unite people. And so that's what my nonprofit is dedicated to.
I love it. That goes hand in hand with the Starfish Foundation. So I know that I touched base a little bit with Starfish with you when I first met you. But yeah, we at the Starfish, wearestarfish.org, it's really about raising awareness to how overcrowded our foster care system is, and then getting those kids into outlets that help them, creatively work through their trauma. Because if you're in foster care, you've experienced trauma. And so, yeah, through art, especially, I'm an artist. My husband is an artist. He is amazing with a camera, whether it is a video camera or a photo camera. He's also a poet and a musician. Myself, I am a singer and a writer. So, and I like jumping behind the camera and directing as well. So we know how the arts can change us, and how you can just, it can just take you other places. And if you choose to baby step, your story out there into the world by using art, it's kind of like a safe zone. Like you can choose to start putting out there your own story, or start with someone else's story, or just some story that you completely made up, to get to get those kids moving and getting them comfortable with just expressing themselves. So yeah, I feel like our foundations go hand in hand, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful what you're doing. So I hope that we can help each other in the very near future. Just partner on some things. I think that would
Definitely.
be.
As soon as, honestly, as soon as you had approached me and told me what your organization was about, I remember I like, before you even finished, I like pulled my phone out. I was like, let me go ahead and get my phone number ready because,
You did.
I heard it. I was like, okay, yep, that aligns.
That's
So
what I told you, lady. I told you this lady's cool. I told you. I was just like, yeah. I come up to her just out of the blue. Never met. I'm just like, I know I need to talk to you. So I'm like telling you this really quickly because you were surrounded by people that were also at the premiere because you were one of the featured people in the short film that I got to watch. And so you're surrounded by people, and I go, I just want to talk to you for just a second about Starfish and about Story to Screen. And you're right. I remember that clearly. You're just like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me get my phone out. Let's get information exchange, let's get going. And I love that. I love that let's go energy, and you definitely had that night. So that was really cool. Oh, man. Miss Robbie, we're gonna have to let you go, and that is unfortunate because, like I said, I could easily chat with you all day long if you'd let me, and if we weren't on a time crunch. But we gotta go, so I need you to tell our audience where they can find you, where they can find everything on you.
Yes. So honestly, if you go to at RPX_media on Instagram, you will be able to find the link to my short film Kalimba. You'll find the link to my manga, The Seventh Kingdom. And more than likely in one of our posts, you'll see my page also liking my own post for my company. If you follow at there's a story behind this name, but at Godzilla, SCILLA_9, you will find me. You can go to RPX Media Productions /manga/The Seven Kingdom, our official website, to also get merchandise, limited edition merchandise. We have mystery gifts that are going to be given out with people who pre-order our manga right now. We have 3 different tiers, and we have like a grand prize raffle that people will be able to enter into when they make a purchase from those tiers. So that's something we have going on. Visit my nonprofit at fireatlanta.org. That's FIER Atlanta.org to learn more about it. And if you want to volunteer, please feel free to sign up. We've had, over the 2 to 3 years that we've been active, we've had almost 500 different applicants. So we welcome it.
Nice, very nice. Well, I will be pre-ordering the manga, just so you know. I want to be entered in raffles. Yes. We love to support the people who come on this show every way that we can. And one of the reasons is because we're just so grateful. We're so grateful to you being out there doing what you're doing in the community, and then coming on here and sharing with us. So thank you again, Robbie, for being here today.
Thank you. It was an honor. I really appreciate you stepping out, reaching out to me, and just this opportunity. I love connecting with other creatives. I love being able to reach out to people, tell them about what I'm doing. I heard someone say something the other day that stood out to me, and it was kind of along the lines of like, how many people will miss out if you don't shine?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think of it that way as a creative, especially in a world where people are quick to tell you, oh, it's oversaturated, but well, who's going to miss out? How many people will miss out if you don't shine your light? So I always appreciate the opportunity to shine and be a good steward of the gifts and talents that I've been given. So thank you.
Did I tell you people that she's cool? So on that note, we are going to end this Story to Screen for today. Thank you all for viewing. Continue to follow us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Hey there, changemakers. Imagine a world where every small act creates a ripple of impact. At wearestarfish.org, we're turning dreams of a better tomorrow into reality. Join our global community of starfish where every person like you is a catalyst for positive change. Whether it's empowering education, environmental stewardship, or supporting local communities, we believe in the power of every individual to make a difference. Visit wearestarfish.org today and discover how you can be a part of the wave of change. Wearestarfish.org, because each one matters.
Give it up, yes, I'm ready. Give it up, feel the flames. It's bound to eat you. Hand up a beast of prey. Give it up, yes, I'm ready. Give it up, feel the flames. It's bound to beat you. Beat you at your own game.
Thanks for spending some time here at Story to Screen on KPEO World Community Radio. I'm your host, Erik Krefeld, and we're rocking the film world every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can download the app or listen live, or catch the replay at wearestarfish.org, because each one matters. Catch you next week on Story to Screen. Keep supporting film and music. It's the story we tell that matters.
This radio is powered by Streamline, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamline.com for more.